Screen visible ஆகுதாப்பா? Whether my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Last class we discussed the phases of production planning and control. Okay, and also we have seen some video for better understanding. Today I am going to start it from pre-planning phase. So last class we discussed there are three phases. So from the three phases, now let us enter into the pre-planning phase. So this pre-planning phase is also categorized in some points. One is the micro level planning and analysis of data and outline of basic planning. Okay, the outline of the basic planning is concern demand, market analysis, and product design and development. And pre-planning concerns with four M's. Okay, this purely depends upon the four M's. So one is four M is very simple: material, machine, methods, and manpower. Okay, the pre-planning phase, because in previous stages we discussed, so we need some proper planning and as well as we need to have some control so that so everything could be fine and the production rate will also increase as well as the quality of product. Everything is going to increase and the utilization of all the resources available in the industry is also going to be effectively utilized. So when we want to utilize all these things, so definitely we should have a micro level planning. So the micro level planning is nothing but each and everything, okay, each and every parameters, whatever you are going to use to manufacture. So that should be counted into account and that during the planning, during the free planning phase. So that is called as micro level planning. For example, if you are going to do a training operations, so initially you need to look into what are the machines are available and what are the tools is needed and required to manufacture or required to complete this operation or complete this machining process. And what about the speed, feed, depth of cut, and all, and each and every parameters we need to discuss it. Next is the analysis of data, and after having some micro level planning, so we need to do a analysis based upon the data what we are going to receive and what we have in our hand. So in this outline of basic planning is the demand, because demand will be studied depends upon our product quality as well as aesthetic design and features what we have added in our finished product. So based on this only we will have demand rise in market. Okay, and the market analysis is also going to be analyzed with the help of the dealers and suppliers. Okay, and finally we will have some questions from the customer. Based on the customer requirements also we will have some market analysis and the product design and development. Okay, so these are all the outline of basic planning. And when we are going to do a pre-planning, so this pre-planning is concerned with the four M's. So four M is nothing but material. What are the materials? The inventory stocks. What are the materials are available in the inventory management area? And next is what are the various machines are available to complete the operations, to complete the operations on time, and what are the methods we are going to using to simplify the operations as well as to reduce the manufacturing and machining time, and how many operators or human beings are there to complete the operation. Okay, so the manpower. So this pre-planning, so the four M's is going to play a major role: material, machine, methods, and manpower. Again, pre-planning contents are given below. Pre-planning contents the product development and design. And next is process design and workstations design and sales forecasting, estimating, and factory outlet and location and equipment policy and pre-planning production. Okay, so we need to do all these parameters to complete the pre-planning phase, and these content we need to focus mainly the product development and design. So initially, so you should have some idea what kind of product you are going to develop, or what kind of product you are going to do, or what are the design modifications you are going to do here. So that is the product development and design. And next is process design. Okay, the process design is after having some product development and design. Okay, so the product development maybe existing system is also going to be designed, or existing design and features is going to be added. So this is may helpful to improve the product design in all aspects as well as in the future aspects. So in process design, so definitely we could see the process. What are the process are to be followed? Okay, the process. For example, if you want to complete the operations, okay. So when we are going to complete the so many operations, so that finally we will have the finished products or goods. And workstations designs. So the workstation design is very simple, and how many workstations are there? The sequence of operations is going to be decided with help of the workstations. So the process or the process or flow of work is going to be identified in this workstation design. Okay, how many processes are there, and how many works are going to be carried. So this will be decided, okay, in this workstation design. Mm, the each and every workstations, so we will have the sequence of operations. So it depends. The sequence of operation is going to be designed and developed. It depends upon the workstation design and sales forecasting. The how we are going to sell the product, what we have manufactured or finished, and the estimating, so the estimation for the manufacturing of the product, the cost estimation and time estimation, everything is going to be decided in this pre-planning phase. And factory outlet and the location, okay, where we are going to send the product, and the location of the products where we will send the product in a different kind of location. And we will have some equipment policy and pre-planning production we are going to start it here. Next is the planning phase. So in planning phase, the analysis of 4Ms, the material, machine, method, manpower is going to be undertake the 4Ms. In this the phase for planning, estimating, uh, and scheduling. Okay, the analysis of 4Ms is material, machine, methods, uh, manpower. So in this case, the phase of phase for planning, estimating, and scheduling is also going to be decided. And here also we will have some short-term planning and long-term planning. So depends upon the requirements what we receive from the outside, and the market analysis and demand. So after have this thorough study on the product requirements in market or in the field, so we are going to do some planning. So the planning is phase for planning and estimating and scheduling. So we are going to do here. So here it is categorized into the short term and long term. So this is the short term and long term. So whether we are going to manufacture the same product continuously, and whether we are going to have the different kind of product design at a different period of time. That means the short period of time or long period of time. So everything is going to be decided. So depends upon the customer requirements and what order, and based on the facilities or resources available in our industry. Next is the control phase. So this control phase is going to taken care of dispatching and inspection and expediting and evaluation. Okay, all these things is going to be taken care by the control phase. Is dispatching of the finished product from uh, one location to another location, and inspection of the finished product is one of the important factor. So definitely we do the proper inspection of the finished product so that could improve the product quality. So the inspection and expediting and evaluation. So everything is going to be comes to the control phase. And next is in control phase, so we are going to have the scrap control and the control of transportation. Okay, next is the feedback information for the corrective actions. The feedback information for the corrective actions. So scrap control is one of the major hectic issues in the industry. So when we have control the scrap, so definitely the all of the small minor errors is going to be rectified within the industry, and the productivity and quality of the product will also increases. So when we have this control base, the control of scrap and control of transportation. The unnecessary transportation is going to be avoided. So then only we can able to save the cost as well as time, and the unwanted movements is going to increases the productivity. And we will have then and there we will have some feedback informations regarding the planning process control and manufacturing and each and everything. So in case is there is any modifications or requirements or any changes required, so the corrective action is going to be taken there to complete the process. And next is the functions of PPC. These are all the functions of PPC. So the functions of PPCs are material planning. So material planning, we will have the batch and delivery rates, etc. So how many batch of components so we need to produce, and delivery rates when we need to deliver the product. And next is methods of planning. So in this case, so we need to identify the alternative methods, and from that alternative methods, we are going to choosing the best methods. So the best methods should be at very less time consuming, as well as it should have high productivity rate, and it should eliminate all the errors. Okay. And next is machines and equipment. So when we are going to have the machines, tools or equipments, so the tools and machines checking for requirements, so everything is going to be available so based on the requirements, that means based on the output. So we should have all the machines and equipments, so depends upon the capacity of these machines and equipments only, so we can able to produce the number of components which we receive from the dealers or suppliers the orders. So next is the process planning is nothing but the sequence of operations what we are going to carry within the industry, from raw materials to finished products. So what about the order of the operations? So this is going to be defined by the process planning. And next is estimating. So this in this estimation, so we are going to have the production orders. Okay, how many components we need to produce it, and we will have the details of routes. It depends upon the order what we have received, and we need to accomplish the order on time, so that we will have the detailed route sheets to complete the operations as per the schedule, and we will send or we will deliver the product to the customers on time. Next is scheduling and loading. So in this case, the fixing priorities and the machine loading. Okay, the scheduling and loading. So we will depends upon the requirements from the customers and the need or urgency. So based on that, so we will have the priority, and we will do the particular operations on time. And next is the dispatching. So release the orders from customers. So we are going to release the orders from the customers, and in this expediting tracking of the progress of work according to the planned schedule, and inspection and testing the quality of the products meet the specification. Inspection and testing the quality of the products so that is meet the specification. So what specifications we have defined? and depends upon the specifications only the component is going to be manufactured. So we are going to cross verify whether the manufactured component satisfied or fulfill the specifications what we specified. So that is meet out the requirements or not. So this is we are going to do in this inspection and testing. So after the complete inspection and testing, when the person said it is okay, okay, checked and verified. So then only that component or material should be passed to the other section or area. And next is evaluation. So here we will have the link between the control and future planning. So in evaluation, so we will have some orders. Okay.
As discussed earlier, production refers to the transformation of inputs into finished goods or creation of services in order to satisfy the customer needs. This uses different inputs, mainly including the six M's, namely man, material, machine, money, method, and management. Production involves application of processes by which the inputs can be transformed into desired product. Output of potential utility while improving properties and adding economic values through the best method without compromising on quality. So, what are the different forms of production based on the processes used? Number 1. Production by extraction or separation, like petrol, kerosene, sugar, etc. Number 2. Production by assembly, car, television, furniture. Edward Buffer defines production as a process by which goods and services are created. Some examples of production are manufacturing custom made products like boilers with a specific capacity, constructing flats, some structural fabrication works for selected customers, etc. At each stage of processing, there will be value addition. It is easy to understand the production system from this figure. There are various inputs which essentially pass through a transformation or conversion process, and finally converted into some outputs which have a value for the end users. The outputs may be in the form of tangible products or services. In a nutshell, production system of an organization is that part which produces products of an organization. It is that activity whereby resources, flowing within a defined system, are combined and transformed in a controlled manner to add value in accordance with the policies communicated by management. A simplified production system is shown in this diagram. Production management involves the managerial decisions regarding design of the product and design of the production system, that is, determination of production processes and production planning and control. Blueprint of production system. An enterprise in the beginning needs to define its production system, that is considered as the framework within which all production-related activities and operations take place. Manufacturing process is the transformation process through which inputs are converted into outputs. An appropriate designing of production system ensures the coordination of various production activities and operations. There is no single pattern of production system which is universally applicable in all kinds of enterprises. This varies from one enterprise to another depending upon many parameters.
Okay, guys, production system. So next we discuss the production system. The production is nothing but the sequence of operations what we are going to carry to complete the finished or desired product. So this is meant by the production. The sequence of operation is going to use to complete the finished product or targeted or desired product. So the transformation, transform give materials. The transformation or transform given materials to desired products. Okay, because from raw materials to finished products, so we may use a lot of sequence of operations to achieve the desired products. Next is the combination of different manufacturing process. Okay, there are several different combination of different manufacturing process we are using. So here the system, the logical arrangement of components according to the plan. So this is called as a system. So the logical arrangements of components according to the plan what we have in production planning. The production system is nothing but inputs to output. Okay, from raw material stage to finished goods or desired output or desired goods. So definitely we should have some plan. Okay, the plan is nothing but from raw stage to finished stage. So we are going to do some micro level planning how to complete these operations to achieve the targeted or desired product. So that is called as inputs to outputs. So this is the production system. Next is types of production system. So the types of production system is nothing but jobs of production and batch production, mass production, process or continuous production. Okay, these are all the types of production. So the jobs of production is units of customer orders. Okay, this is the job shop production. Okay, when we will have the order from the customers, so we will start to uh, start to manufacture the particular product. So this is based on then and there or depends upon the order what we receive from the outside or from the customers. So based on that only we are going to start the manufacturing of the product. And batch production is the small batches in large variety. Okay, the small batches, for example, the same component design or same component size is going to be continuously manufactured in large variety or small batches. Okay, the small batches of design is going to be uh, done or happen in production. Next is mass production. So the mass production is large quantity of products. Okay, the so many number of components of product is going to be produced in mass production. The next is process or continuous production. Manufacture the products where the demand is high. Process or continuous production. Manufacture the products where the demand is high. So this process or continuous production is going to be taken care. Okay, only when we will have the very high order or when we have the very high demand in the market. So it is purely depends upon the market analysis and demand rise of our product in the market. So based on that, so we are going to do a continuous or continuous production. Okay, otherwise we will do some batch or shop or mass production. So this process or continuous production will only allow. So when we will have high demand or when this product is continuously moved in the market, the demand always present for this particular product in the market. So on the market, so we will manufacture this. Okay, we are going to choosing this process or continuous production. The product design and development and the product design, so this is going to deals with the form and function. The form is nothing but the shape and appearance. Okay, the shape and appearance, so this is one of the important parameter or factors in each and every product when we are going to manufacture it. This form, the shape and appearance is going to be attract the customers, okay, or dealers or supplier. When the product shape and appearance or aesthetic design or look is going to implemented there, so definitely it is going to be attract all the customers. And next is functions, working of the product. Okay, the working is nothing but the performance of the product. Okay, the features and the outcome or output of the product. The function is very good when we compare with the other similar products from other company. So based on these factors, so we need to do some product design. So this in this product design, so definitely we should consider this form and function. And next is product development. Why we are going to develop the product? Why we need to develop the product? Because already we have some product existing. But if you are going to not develop the product when you are not in update to the current status or market, so other competitors will beat your product and your product will not be uh, withstand in the market at long period. It will not sustain up to the long period. So in order to stand in the market, okay, in order to sustain in the market, so the you have to add some new features and as well as we have to increase the performance so that you can able to withstand in the market. And the because year by year the technology is also grown. So based on that, so you have to update the product features and okay to fulfill the customer requirements. Okay, so this in this product development, revising the product to meet the changing the requirements of the market. Okay, we need to update the product. Okay, with this, I'm going to conclude this. And tomorrow we will, next class, we will have the product analysis and other topics. If you have any doubt, so you can ask. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up my session.